We actually started out by spending more money on technology than anything else. Was we bought our first AGTEK key, which that's an expensive piece of technology to buy for a starting out company. There's a lot of companies that are our size that still don't use that technology to their advantage, and they don't realize that that investment has more than paid for itself 10 times from its return already. And they think they're saving money by skipping out on the technology, which doesn't allow them to understand the construction aspect, the planning phase. It takes us all the way through construction. It's not just the estimating part of it, it's the project management part of it. So getting that first piece of technology, coupled with the technology that I've built over the years in order to do it, to make all these pieces to come together, this puzzle to come together in order to build a job, that's how we started. People noticed, owners noticed that we were doing something different than other companies. We weren't a lot cheaper. It's not that we were any cheaper than anybody else, but we were able to show them using the technology how our plan was in order to build these projects, using stuff like Google Earth overlays, flying our drone and taking pictures and sending that to the owner and seeing it, and coupling that with what we do. The models behind me, when I bring up this AGTEK model to an owner and then show him the volumes report to see how much earth actually has to be moved on their project, they absolutely understand at that point that we're not guessing anymore. And that's why I've used that term exactimating. We don't really estimate, we exactimate. Estimating is something from days gone by. If you're estimating, you're probably losing money or probably not giving the owner the best bang for his buck. And that's what our clients expect from us. Our clients expect a quality product at a reasonable price. Not always cheapest price, but at a reasonable price. And we can do that through technology. That's what gives us an advantage. Once again, there's companies that are twice our size that we're competing with, and we're beating them in most cases because of the technology they use, because they fear that technology, or because they don't embrace that technology. I was old school in it and measuring it by hand on the plans and felt like I was just as good. And at first I did double takeoffs, and I would do a hand takeoff, and then I'd put the AGTEK takeoff in there, and then I would find out that the AGTEK takeoff really was better than what I could do. And maybe we're only talking a couple square yards in a paving area, or a couple cubic yards on a massive site. People will laugh at me when I'll change my data based on the technology that we have, and it says, okay, on this job that we're moving 500,000 yards of dirt on, you'll see me put on there that I'm moving 500,301 yards. And I'll have owners that'll sometimes giggle at me and say, why didn't you just go with 500,000? I said, because it's not 500,000. I'm 100% confident that it's 500,301 because of the data that we get from this technology that we use, this AGTEK program.